Van der Pol oscillator. History. The Van der Pol oscillator was originally proposed by the Dutch electrical engineer and physicist Balthasar van der Pol while he was working at Philips. Van der Pol found stable oscillations, which he subsequently called relaxation oscillations, and are now known as a type of limit cycle in electrical circuits employing vacuum tubes. When these circuits were driven near the limit cycle, they become entrained, i.e. the driving signal pulls the current along with it. Van der Pol and his colleague van der Mark reported in the September 1927 issue of Nature that at certain drive frequencies an irregular noise was heard, which was later found to be the result of deterministic chaos. The van der Pol equation has a long history of being used in both the physical and biological sciences. For instance, in biology, Fitzhugh and Nagumo extended the equation in a planar field as a model for action potentials of neurons. The equation has also been utilized in seismology to model the two plates in a geological fault, and in studies of phonation to model the right and left vocal fold oscillators. Two-dimensional form. Results for the unforced oscillator. Two interesting regimes for the characteristics of the unforced oscillator are when m equals 0, i.e. there is no damping function, the equation becomes d2 x dt2 plus x equals 0 backslash display style d2x backslash over dt2 plus x equals 0. This is a form of the simple harmonic oscillator, and there is always conservation of energy. When m0, the system will enter a limit cycle. Near the origin x equals dx slash dt equals 0, the system is unstable, and far from the origin, the system is damped. The van der Pol oscillator does not have an exact analytic solution. However, such a solution does exist for the limit cycle if fx in the Leonard equation is a constant piecewise function. Hamiltonian for van der Pol oscillator. Forced van der Pol oscillator. Popular culture. Author James Blake described a vacuum tube van der Pol oscillator in his book from 1987, Chaos, Making a New Science. According to a New York Times article, Blake received a modern electronic van der Pol oscillator from a reader in 1988.